Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us for another episode of the Execute Podcast with Mr. Results. Today's episode, Shanice Price, CEO of Established Organic, a juicing company founded in Philadelphia. She's going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of running a juicing company during a pandemic. Stay tuned. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Execute Podcast, episode number 10. And we have our wonderful, wonderful guest. Thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
Shanice Price, CEO and owner of Established Organic. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Period. I really appreciate you. So listen, people we have come on the show, business owners, entrepreneurs in the beginning, middle, or they about to sell to Whole Foods for $1 billion. We have all the different ranges. So we want to talk about the story, the journey, what made you you, where are you right now, and what you're going to do next to execute. So before we get into all that, right, let's talk about Established Organics, a wonderful juice company based in Philly, right?
Yes.
How it started, when it started, why did it start?
Good question. So Established Organics started for me to help my mom.
Okay.
So she was diagnosed with autoimmune disease called lupus and sarcoid, which are terminal illnesses.
Okay.
And they're diseases in which will never go away. They deal with like inflammation, fatigue, things of that sort. And, you know, no matter how much medication you're on, those are things that sometimes you just cannot, you know, help.
Right.
So I said, you know, let me start looking into things that naturally help fatigue, inflammation, swelling around the knees, you know, fluid retention, things of that sort. And it started out with just helping her. And then I ended up started making smoothies for my best friend who was on a weight loss goal. And she started hitting her numbers. And I'm like, these are actually kind of good. Wait a minute, let me see what I can do. And, you know, one day, my boyfriend at the time, he bought me a blender and was like, listen, do it. You keep talking about it.
That's what's up.
Do it. Let's get it.
Right.
And it just been up from there.
When was this?
This was 2017.
Okay.
This started 2017. I never forget, I did my first vending event for a poetry slam for Maui. And I was so nervous. I didn't have any labels. I didn't have any bags. And people had samples and was like, oh, give me 6. Give me 5.
Just like that?
Give me 4. Just like that. I sold out in about 10 minutes. I only bought 50 juices. And I was like, oh, yeah.
So this is a thing.
Let's turn
And it's
up.
been on go ever since?
I took a year off the
Why?
end of 2018 because I didn't realize how much it required. I didn't realize I need labels. But before I need labels, I need a logo.
Right,
I need to find somebody to make the
logo. Yeah.
I need to find somebody to print the labels. Okay, cool. Now I need bags. Now what kind of bags? How much do the juices weigh so it don't tear the bag? So it was a lot. And at the time I was in school. I was in the middle of working. So I was just like, I don't have time for this right now. But then I realized how much I helped people.
Right.
So I was like, nah, I definitely need to tap back into this.
So how'd you come up with the name Established Organic?
So the name came about, I actually was making the smoothies for a while, and I just was like, we just don't have a name because it was hard. I didn't want to name it something somebody else had and things of that sort. And my mom was just like, well, the drinks symbolize you, what you do organically, no matter, you know, what your journey is, you're trying to lose weight, whether you're 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 100 pounds, what you do on a daily basis is established within you the organic way. And I just was like, I like that.
And it clicked.
Establishing you organically. Okay. Establish organic. So then I said, okay, well, I don't want the name to kind of confuse people, so let's make sure we're using wholesome, organic, locally grown ingredients so that way while you're establishing who you are organically, you putting some of that in you as well. And it just kind of just flew together like that.
I love it. So who made the logo?
I made the logo, and then a friend of mine that I went to college with, he kind of went off of my vision and just brought it to life.
Got you.
Yeah, he has his own like printing company, and he's working right out of his studio, and he does massive prints and stuff like that. So I was just like, let's go with it. Let's keep it simple.
He print clothes?
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he does. Yes, he
We got to talk offline.
For sure. I'll definitely send you the link. But,
Absolutely.
Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it natural. I love the white, the black, the green. You know, it's catchy. It's original. Let's run with it.
And you stuck with it. That's great.
Absolutely.
So you're in the juicing business. Everybody's doing juicing, right? It's hard work. Yeah. How was 2020 for you?
2020 was good. Man.
2020 was good.
2020 was good. 2020 was like wake up now. It was a wake up now for everybody.
Right, right.
A lot of people lost employment. A lot of people realized that their health is wealth. Like your health comes first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At that moment, everybody wanted a quick fix. I need turmeric. I need elderberry. I need sea moss. You know, everybody wanted to get healthy really fast because they were scared about this super virus that's out here. And the fact of the matter is, me being in the research world, the super virus is out here every day. We just don't see them.
Tell everybody what you do, because that's important.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So I work for UPenn. I'm in parasitology, and basically we test for viruses and things of that sort. And just, you know, help getting research out there for sicknesses, heart disease, cancer, HIV, the flu, coronavirus, which we're working very, very hard to make sure that everybody can combat this thing.
Right. So you kind of know what you're talking about. Yeah. When we're talking about these juices. And so how many juices do you have? How many SKUs do you have in your line?
As of right now, we have 7. 7
SKUs, right?
Yes.
Now, when you first started, how many did you have? Was it always 7?
No, I had 3.
So you have 3.
Yes.
So you've grown.
Yes.
What made you grow? What was the thought process behind that?
Just playing around with flavors, playing around with different superfoods that I can add and that can taste good. Because what I think is different about established organic is that it's not just a juice. Whereas some people, you get a green juice, it doesn't taste that good. But then you also get a smoothie, and most people are texture freaks. I don't like the texture. So what we do at Established Organic is we combine cold pressed juice with also creating smoothies. So it gives it that kind of blend, loose feeling. And that way it allows me to play around with a lot of different things like flaxseed, chia seeds, things of that sort that can kind of hide behind the texture.
Okay.
So I said, let's play with some more flavor so we can throw some more things in.
I see. You really are a scientist. Yeah, that's because I was about to ask you, so what's the difference between juices and smoothies? Texture, more so, what's taken out, what's kept in?
Right, extractions, the machine itself, because using a blender, it actually heats up, which can kind of mess with some of the minerals and nutrients and kill certain things. As far as cold pressed juicing, it'll keep all of the nutrients at once.
Is that so?
Right, but also with juicing, you're removing the fiber.
Right.
In which now you're really, really hungry and you have to drink about 10 juices.
10 juices a day.
In an hour. I need 10 in an hour.
So, so I'll tell everybody, I did your juicing, and I started in October of 2020. The 40th was coming up. I had the COVID 50 on me, right? You know, everybody knows what the freshman 20 is. Now I had the COVID 50 on me, and then I juiced for 30 days, but I was also working out also, and I lost 30 pounds in a month, right?
Crazy.
So it was crazy.
Yeah.
It fell off. And then in November, I was eating 1 meal a day, still doing the juicing. So now the 40th is coming up real soon. So I'm gonna be looking just right. I just had my photo shoot today also for my 40th birthday. I feel like a 3-year-old with the big 3 next to me. But no, so it definitely works. Health is wealth. As I come into my 40s, my dad had a stroke like 5 years ago, and he's deteriorating. And his situation was definitely. He wasn't taking care of himself. So he was on medication. They said, hey, you're going to have a stroke. You're going to have a stroke. You're going to have a stroke. Take your medication. He wasn't consistent. And of course, food is medicine.
Right. Absolutely.
If you would have ate better. He's not a big man or anything like that. But, you know, we're all susceptible to foods in a different way. So
absolutely.
Even now, like, I love French fries, curly, waffle. The only fries I don't eat is McDonald's fries because I just think that's deadly. But anyway, as delicious as they are, but I love fries though.
Okay.
But even when I eat fried food now, after you start eating healthy like this, you just don't feel good.
Right,
you don't feel right.
Yeah,
I literally don't feel good. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't.
On my body.
Yeah, like I shouldn't have ate that. Yeah. So I definitely feel different about it. So we're gonna talk about the good, bad, and ugly of entrepreneurship, right? You said 2020 was wonderful. That's great. We posting bottles on the Instagram. It looks great. We're showing results. Everybody's all healthy and wonderful. We got to talk about the dark side of business, right? The late nights.
Yeah.
Who's putting labels on all these bottles? Who's doing all that work? Who's driving around Philly? Who's doing this stuff? Like, talk about somebody that might want to start their own food company. Talk to these people. A couple of things you've learned in the past 6 months.
In the past 6 months, my business has grown drastically.
Okay.
From people, you including, just, posting, shouting out. Everybody wants to get on the health wave, right?
Right.
Cool. More money, more business growth. Great. Expansion. We all want to expand until there's like, okay, you can't do this by yourself. You can't label the bottles by yourself. You can't cut the fruit by yourself. You can't deliver all over Philly now by yourself.
Right.
You can't start at a certain time in the day and think you're going to get finished at a certain time in the day. Like, there's a process to everything, and it got ugly. Certain people are like, oh, she's unprofessional because I got my delivery late. And it's like, sorry, we're growing, we're transitioning. Right. And for me, I take things personally, but I love to hear the truth because it helps me.
Helps you grow.
Yes. You take it in and you apply it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the best thing that you can do, is to hear what your customers, your clients, you listen to your people.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you want them to be honest with you so you can come back better.
Right.
That's
exactly.
the goal. So 2020 was definitely good, but 2020 I got my first bad review.
Okay. You took it personal. I can see it on your face.
I took it personal.
You took it personal.
I took it very personal.
What was that bad review? It didn't taste good? What was it?
No, nobody complains about the taste.
Which is good.
It was, I guess, the customer service.
Okay.
So during COVID, we were doing like we were trying to do like a contactless delivery type of thing, and we knock on the door, we call, we text, hey, your order has arrived, and I guess she just wasn't feeling it because it's a small home-based business right now. Okay. And she felt as though we should have waited till she came to the door, hand her items, and then go about it that way.
So what did you do? How'd you solve that problem?
I just texted her because a close friend of mine saw it on Instagram. He screenshotted it, sent it to me, and I immediately texted her like, hey.
Oh, wait. So instead of reaching out to you, she posted on Instagram. That's what we do to each other. I'm gonna keep it a bean. It burns me up because they don't do it to Amazon. They don't do it to Walmart. They do it that way.
You don't do it to the pizza store even when they're late.
When they're late, you don't do that to them. So, right, you don't post them on Instagram and do that. But I have my own thing with that stuff. Yeah, but anyway, so she posted on Instagram.
Yes.
Your friend screenshot it.
He showed me, and we discussed it, and then I ended up texting her like, hey, thank you for shopping with Established Organic. We truly appreciate your business. If there was any way that we didn't show up to your standard, please let us know. We hope to do business with you in the future. Haven't really heard from her again, but,
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. I now found like different ways to do contactless delivery. Just working on getting deliveries out more often, just being in communication with my customers, because that's something with an intimate small business, you can still do that.
Right.
Big corporations, not so much. You can't hit up, Smoothie King and say, hey, this didn't taste as good as it did the first time, and that's one thing I do love about the stage that I'm in right now. Is that
you can fine tune it now because the feedback is almost immediate.
Almost immediate,
right?
And people are, you got to listen to your customers.
You got to. So I got a story with that too. So I'm in credit repair, and credit repair, in my mind, I used to be really nasty. You guys won't believe how much I curse at my credit repair clients in my head. It's bad. I think I started cursing a lot more since I started Bella Sloan, right, in my mind.
I can
it's because when people see results on the internet every day, I post it, right? Oh, what's up with my joint? But I told you when you started, you've had credit for 7 years. Slow down, big buddy.
Right, that's not going to happen in 7 days.
It's not going to happen in 7 days or whatever. So what I started to realize is that there's a lot of miseducation with credit, financials, and all that stuff. So that's why I started posting more, educating clients. And then I changed my intake process. So when clients came in, one of the things, and I did this very recently too, I hired a wonderful assistant, Damaris. She's like, well, let's do an expectation sheet. So it's like the 10 commandments of Bella
Right.
Sloan.
That's good.
When you come in, letters go out once a month. Because of the CARES Act, the credit bureaus now have 45 days to get back to you.
Right.
So you got to educate them because they don't
Right.
know these things. Don't run your
Absolutely.
credit. Don't max out your credit cards. The refund policy. We give them all that information up front, and then we email it to them so they know. So like when you first started, hey, thank you for your order. We're going to do contact delivery. We're going to drop off your doorstep and send you a text when it's here. That communication in advance would have avoided.
Right.
So that's what I learned. Communication in advance, being proactive instead of reactive, really helped my business. Another thing, and I know we're gonna get into this about systems because your business had to grow. There had to be a process.
Right.
So with us, we had to get systems in place. We got the client in. What's next? What's step 2? What's step 3? They got to go through a funnel. I even invested in a wonderful software, Scale the Foundation. It's ran by my brothers. Anthony and Julius out of Atlanta. So when a letter goes out, the client gets a text message.
Nice.
Because before, you gave me your money. All right, man, I'll holler at you. You check your Credit Karma. You'll see what happens.
You'll see. Right.
But they need that.
Right.
And now that we're at thousands of clients, there's no way I'm calling everybody.
Right. I need confirmation.
Yeah, people still can't get used to the fact they can't get in touch with me because I have an assistant now. So you just can't call me anymore, right? I'm not as accessible. So the text message go out, hey, a letter went out this month. There's your notification that you want to see. You want to get an update? Check Credit Karma. Right. Because I want you to be a participant in your. Can I get an update? Did you check Credit Karma? No. Then check Credit Karma because that's what we're gonna do when you ask for an update. Right. So let's talk about your systems because you grew right significantly in the past 6 months. What changed? What is different now for you?
What's different is definitely our delivery process.
Okay.
What areas we can and cannot deliver to, even down to labeling. There was a time where I did everything in almost 2 days. Got bottles, washed, prep, cut, label, we good. Now, labeling the bottles, we're labeling 500, 600 bottles at a time, a week. So, that's...
You doing 500 bottles a week? That's a lot for a small business.
God, But yes, it's a lot. You know, for a small business, especially coming from, there was a time where it literally was just me and my mom in her kitchen cutting fruit, like getting little orders out. Now it's me, my sister, my cousin, my best friend, her sister, her mother. There's a team.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it now.
Yeah. Everybody's on it. And I'm the type of person where it's just like, this is for us. So my aunt will call, hey, you need help this weekend? Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
My brother, you need help? Yes, absolutely.
So when do you take orders? When is your order window?
Order window is from when we do deliveries on Sunday to Thursday, 6 p.m.
Okay, got to get the orders by then because from Friday and Saturday, y'all.
Saturday, we're completely just, at this point, the bottles are already labeled by then. Okay, but Saturday, I'm meeting with the wholesaler, picking up all of the ingredients because I make sure everything is completely fresh.
On what day?
Saturday.
So you're getting these juices out literally is being made on Saturday.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get the customers to understand that part because we don't do any artificial preservatives in any way. So when you get your juice, it's literally fresh made and its shelf life is from the time I make it to the time you hit your refrigerator when you consume it. Right. So anything natural in that case is good for at least 4 days. Right. Anything after that is at your discretion. You're advised to freeze it. You freeze it, it lasts forever. Right. Can't guarantee it'll taste like when I first delivered it to you. Yeah. But the taste, you can guarantee that it's still fresh when you freeze it.
So you know what you can do to help? You might have to spend a little money. So again, it's all about education. Absolutely. If you do like a 60-second video, every time somebody puts an order, hey, thank you, welcome to the establishment. My name is Shanice. This is our process. It is freshly made on Saturday, delivered to you on Sunday. So now they're educated on what the process looks like. Yes. And you can even put it on the website. Yes. So now they understand. So like, because
customers are really like, can I just come pick them up today? No.
That's not how it works.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
No, doesn't work that way either.
Instruction, when you're doing a service business, guys, whoever listen to this, Nicole Purby, she's a real estate, right?
Yeah.
There was something I was doing, right, and I was complaining about it. She was like, just do a video. I'm like, what are you talking about? Do an explainer video. So I have an explainer video for everything. So I do trade lines, right? Whenever I do trade lines, people have 100 questions. I don't have time to answer 100 questions. So I do an explainer video, it answers 80% of the questions.
Love
so
it.
people, you know what I'm saying?
Love it.
When people come in, hey, I want to see what's wrong with my credit, and they want to have a phone call with me about it. I can't talk to everybody. So I do I go through their credit report, I do an explainer video of everything that's wrong with it. And I email it to them, put it on a YouTube link, and it's hidden so only they can see it. Right, so they can click on it and watch it. Oh, okay.
Right.
And they either sign up or they don't, saving me time. So explainer videos in whatever service business you have really helps cut down on customer frustration and feedback and all that. So it's super dope. So you got your process down, right? You've grown this much. What's next? Like, how are you getting into Whole Foods? How are you going to get into ShopRite?
So honestly, what's next for Established Organic is that you want to establish your baby from ground up, right?
Right.
Established Organic Baby is next.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is exclusive.
Established Organic Baby is next. So keep an eye out for us in the summer 2021.
What is that? What are you going to be doing?
Baby food, popsicles, tea items that'll help when teething.
You like trouble. I see that.
I
see you like trouble. You're gonna add more trouble.
Yeah, and
because that's gonna go crazy if you do this when you do this well. You know, people love their kids.
People love their kids.
And if you're giving them a good option to baby food, Gerber, and so they're gonna support you. So
absolutely.
So
that's next, and we're in the process of deciding, does Established Organic want a cart or a truck? Because you don't see black-owned organic fruit trucks. Smoothie trucks, they boom. All summer, all season, they boom. But where do they boom at? UPenn? Temple?
Right.
You know?
I see what you're saying.
What areas are they booming in? Where are these smoothie trucks and these vegetables and these fruit drinks?
They're not.
Where are they accessible?
Let me tell you what's crazy, right?
You know?
So I'm Temple University, class of and when I was at Temple, this was 98, 99, right? When I first started, Temple definitely looks different. There's a skyscraper on Temple's campus now.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, a little bit after I graduated, right? Michelle Obama came to Temple, right? And guess why she was there? To open up the fresh grocers.
Wow.
There was no supermarket in North Philly. And a girl I was dating at the time actually did a paper on it. She was like, on Broad and Lehigh, Pathmark was the only supermarket, and that Pathmark was trash.
Yes,
it's the only supermarket in like all of North Philly.
Wow.
So, but there literally is a McDonald's every other block, a Chinese store every other block, liquor store.
Every other block.
But there was no food, no vegetables. It was actually crazy. So, and the other flip side about it, which is another podcast, once the supermarket came, then the neighborhood changed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was like, a supermarket here? I should have bought real estate then. Because they coming. When the supermarket's there, they coming.
Oh, that's a Giant now.
Oh, that's a Giant now. Oh. Is a bank next to it now?
Oh.
So that plaza is absolutely crazy. But you're right. Like, in our neighborhoods, we don't have fruits, vegetables, or the education.
Exactly.
That health is wealth. And I promise you, if you go 30 days and drink Established Organics, you probably get off your heart medication.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Listen, seriously, when I tell you, my mom, she does Orange Essentials, which has turmeric, carrots, and other things in it that'll really help with inflammation. She's cool.
She's cool.
She wear her Ted stockings, to help with the inflammation and things like that. But it's a consistent action. Also, clients, when you watch this, you're not going to lose weight overnight.
No.
It doesn't happen overnight.
No.
Your immune system is not going to wake up and strengthen overnight.
Right.
You know,
it took you a while to get here.
It took you a while to get here.
It's going to take you a while to get out. Yeah.
It's going to take you a while to get out. But consistency is key. Consistency is life. Consistency will open so many doors.
Right.
For everything. You apply consistency to everything in your life, you're not even going to recognize your life anymore. You apply consistency to your finances.
Oh, you just going to preach now. Go
Working
ahead.
out.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Working on my temper.
Right.
Not cursing, going to church. Apply consistency to what you want, and your life is changed.
It's changing. That's so true. A lot of people said that in that seat. Like a lot of business owners, they said the same thing. Like, you got to be consistent. It's got to be daily. So when the shift happens and you're in a totally different, wow, how did I get here?
Right.
You look back and be like, man, I had to do that every day.
I did that every day.
Right.
I did that when I did not feel like it. That's the biggest part.
That's when you become successful, when you do it when you don't feel like it.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it anyway. Tears in my eyes, tired. All right, let's go.
So you're setting your business up to grow, right? We talking popsicles, we talking baby food, which is about to be a beast. You're still going to do established organics, the baby that you grow first. Are you getting a co-packer? Are you getting a manufacturer? Like, how is this going to happen?
Hopefully. Okay. But what I do love is that established organic is touched by human hands versus being manufactured. Eventually, one day, that definitely means the business has grown. We're lucrative. We're doing good. Hopefully, we're international. We're, across the country. But I love that I know that every bottle that my customers are touching, I touched first. Right. Somebody that I love and I care for touched it first. Right. So that'll definitely that's something that we have to revisit once we grow, but yeah. Are
you going to be ready for that day when that shift happens, when you have to look for a manufacturer, you got to look for somewhere in Philly where it's going to be made, or are you ready for that day when you got to step away? Because when I had to hire people, Damaris, God bless her, I was still checking emails. And then she would be like, yo, stop. She's like, yo, stop. She would call, stop checking the emails. I got it. Because it's my baby. No one's going to take care of my baby like I do. And she's like, no, I got it. The text messages for the business. Or She's like, you have to change that. And like before, it was like $50 to talk to me, right? Do like a 30-minute consultation where we like rap. And she's like, yo, you need to take that down because people need to only talk to me. I was like, no, you need it. So now I was like, I'll keep it up. But now it's like at like $200-300 now. And people still pay it. Right. People still pay it. But she's like, no, you got to send people to me. You got to do that. So when it came out my hands, it was very difficult. There's going to come a point in time, I'm going to speak that to you, into your life, that it's going to come out of your hands. Are you ready for that day? Were you just going to be the CEO?
I'm ready. I'm not even going to lie. I'm ready.
It's time.
There's a lot of work in entrepreneurship. And me personally, I like to have my hands in a bunch of different things. So having some help in that aspect, I'm definitely looking forward to it. But it's going to take a while because, like you said, established organic is my baby. Can't just hand it off to anybody. I can't just let anybody manage the books, the finances, the ordering, the cutting the fruit. Are you making sure you're cutting that properly? Did you clean it? Did you rinse it? Did you rinse it again? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot that goes into handing your child off to school.
Somebody.
You're gonna investigate first.
So this is what I'm hearing right now, right? You have no life. That's what I'm hearing.
Kinda. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's kinda. Because
Friday you at the distributor. I mean, wholesaler getting the bottles.
So Friday we should be finishing up with all
labeling.
The labeling.
Labeling, yeah. So labeling is on all day Friday because it's literally
labeling is throughout the week.
Labeling is throughout. And you
the
still
week.
work.
And I still work.
Right.
Thankfully, because of COVID 2020, I've been working from home. And when needed to conduct any research or do any sampling, things of that sort, I go in, do what I need to, I leave. But for the most part, I still work. I'm about to graduate school.
And you're in school.
Yes, I'm in school. So I've been busy. I have no life, as you know.
So you're in school. You're working a full-time job trying to save the world. You're labeling, right?
Mad scientist.
Yes. So all day Saturday, you're getting the orders ready for
Sunday.
So definitely Saturday, you have no life.
Saturday, unless I'm hitting something. Okay, let's do something at 11:30 at night. Let's do something at 9 o'clock at night. Saturday, I'm not free.
Wow.
I'm not free. And a lot of people, they're not able to do that.
Right.
I was one of those people. I want to sleep in on Saturday. And I want to wake up about 12 o'clock and then go meet up with my girls and go to Copa's, get some marks. I can't even tell
Those days are over.
For now, yes.
What have your relationships turned into since you became an entrepreneur?
Very lonesome a little bit.
Okay.
Because certain friends don't understand. If I say I'm working, they're thinking 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. When I'm working means 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, get home, check on the family, and then I'm working 8 to whenever I accidentally fall asleep. Because I'm not even falling asleep on purpose. I'm trying to get work done.
Yeah, and then do it again the next day.
Yeah. And then it's just like, oh, you going to come out for drinks? Yeah, I'll let you know. And then it's just like, hey, you know what? I can't.
I'm not going to make it.
I can't make it. You never come out.
I'm building something.
I
tell people that all the time. Yeah, you used to be so busy. I'm building something. But when I go out, though, but when I go on vacation,
sure.
I'm on vacation.
For sure.
I'm having a good time. Herman, you drawing. No, I'm not. You don't understand. You don't understand.
This does not happen all the time.
This does not happen all the time. I absolutely need that. So I definitely feel that. Do you have an end date? Because sometimes you have to give yourself a date. I gave myself a date, and I'm about to tell this story real quick. I gave myself a date, December 2019, I think. I was like, I'm quitting my job. Right? I gave myself a date, no matter what. Right? Do you have a date? Do you have a time? Do you have a dollar amount? Do you have a vision, or are you just still I'm still building this, I haven't reached it to even think of a date to quit yet?
I haven't thought of a quitting date because I actually just got into the research field. I got my promotion. I've been in research for about 7 years now, but I got my promotion to my position, which is a senior position, January 2020.
Okay.
So this is very new for me, and I completely love it.
Gotcha.
So right now it's about finding balance between both of my full-time jobs, which I completely love both. What I do have a time on is basically when I want to transform Established Organic. I do have a timing on that, and when I want to kind of be hands-free from that.
Gotcha.
So that's why there's no fun for me right now, because I'm constantly making sure that all of my ducks are in a row,
right? So
that I can send my child off to somebody that I know that's going to care for it just as well as I do. Right.
That's dope. So listen, this is how we end all our interviews, right? I have a question to ask you, so be prepared.
Yes.
So you're a woman. I usually ask the men how old they are, but I don't ask how old you are, right? You're going to live to see 80 years old. I speak that into your life, right? And beyond, right?
Yes.
You're going to meet this Miss Price. She'll probably be married. Her name probably be Miss Johnson. Who knows? When you meet her, right, what do you want her to say to you? It's okay. Everybody gets stuck on this question.
Oh, my goodness. So when I meet her at 80?
At 80.
I'm 80?
Yeah, you're going to run into her one day. You're going to meet this person. What do you want yourself to say to yourself at 80? You're going to be sitting down, bottle of Chardonnay, on the yacht, and you're going to be thinking, you remember when Herman said this 50 years ago?
What are you going to say to yourself?
What are you going to say to yourself? What would she say to you?
She would say that the race is completely yours. Keep your eye on what's ordained for you, because everything is opening up the way that it's supposed to.
It's supposed to.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Absolutely, because that's something that I had to kind of crack down on myself with, like, I'm not working hard enough. I'm not doing enough. This person got a store in 2 days, and this person got this and this. And then it's just like, that's not for you, though, because if it was, you would have had your store in 2 days, too.
Right.
You know, and that's a lot of things that people try to act like, oh, I'm not worried. I'm not. When in actuality, you are.
Yeah.
You know, because our biggest critics is ourselves.
It's yourself, right.
I'm in my head 24/7. No, do it again. No, you're not doing enough. No, try again. No, reach out to this person. No, call this. No, do this. No, do that. And I'm realizing that as long as you're doing something, as long as you're being consistent, like
right.
What's for you,
it's for you.
It's gonna come.
It's for you. And to piggyback off of that, social media. I said
cap.
This. It's all cap. I say this a lot. I just did a video on it too. A lot of it is cap. I think the percentage is about 70% cap, right? That's number one. Number two, even when it's not cap, no one shows you the ugly, right? Even with you, right? You're not posting, labeling 500 bottles. Because that would discourage anybody from starting a food company. Or you just told everybody you have a job, you go to school, and then it's business. I tell people this all the time. Millionaires are made between 5 p.m. and 1 a.m. Especially if you have a job, because that's when you gotta build it, or whatever. No one's showing that stuff. Or like me, I lost 30 pounds. I told people I lost 30 pounds. I did some video the other day, and like a bunch of people DM me, they're like, yo, you lost a lot of weight. Yeah, I didn't show you that I was starving.
Right.
Or I'm waking up 5 o'clock in the morning to work out, because I wasn't before, right? I'm not showing you the hour workout, not 20, 30 minutes, the hour workout. And then I drink water till 11, and then I hit the established organic at least 12, right? Yeah. So I didn't show them that. I'm telling them about it, but nobody sees that hard work. And there's a lot of stuff you don't post too. We just post the results. Like,
here you go.
It's all good. But I appreciate you coming out.
Yes,
Thank you so much for coming out and talking to us today. Yes.
We're executing, y'all.
I appreciate you, man. So listen, how can anybody get in touch with you? They trying to order something, Instagram, number, website. How can they get in touch with you?
As of right now, our website is under construction because we're adding a lot of new things onto the website, but you can follow us on Instagram at est.organic. Our number is in the bio, so you can just text the number. Any questions, shoot, not at 12 o'clock at night though. So shoot any questions you guys have. You can place your orders right through DM and on our phone, and we get back to you in maybe 12 to 24 hours. So
excellent. Ms. Price, I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.